Hey everyone, so today is a come get drunk with me while I get all spiritual on you type of vlog. That's why you see a shot glass and you see my glass. It's actually a wine glass, but we're just gonna put some vodka in here today and we are going to drink and we are going to talk about the misconceptions that are out there about spiritualists. The glass. Okay, so pro tip, Pinnacle vodka. So the lady at my liquor store here that I go to often told me that Pinnacle vodka is actually 5 times distilled and branches off of Grey Goose. Now if you're a Canadian like I am, Grey Goose is about $50 a bottle. Pinnacle, which actually tastes really good, I was pleasantly surprised, is $22 a bottle. So we're gonna be drinking Pinnacle today. And what I usually mix my vodka with is, I'll show you in 1 second. So we're gonna do a shot of that. And I mix it with Fresca. I don't know if anybody's tried vodka and Fresca before, but it's actually really good. I don't like flavored water too much. It's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna put too much mix in there actually, because I feel like I should do a shot. I feel like I should do a small shot to get started, to get warmed up. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so let's also talk. Oh my God, we're already 2 minutes in. Okay, so let's also talk about the misconceptions of spirituality. I'm only gonna do like this much. Of spirituality and what spiritualists are all about. I used to, I don't anymore, because if you follow me on Instagram, I've never done it this way before, but I'm kind of excited. But at the same time, I think it's gonna be kind of gross. All right, bottoms up. Whoa, whoa. Ooh, we will just a second. That was a bad idea. I probably shouldn't have done that. Ugh. All right, so. So, shall we talk about spirituality? All right. There's a huge misconception out there that spiritualists are goody good two shoes, that they do not drink, they do not date, go party. Well, not date as much, but I'll tell you why I said that in just a second. But there's this like, people think that we're not human beings, and I can see why. I know why. It's because I dated a spiritualist and he was such a narcissist, and how he portrayed himself to society was so not who he was behind closed doors, like so not. And the problem, I think, in the past has been that spiritualists were just too afraid to like be normal, be human beings outside of like what the bubble of spirituality. They got so used to like preaching. Ooh, I can feel that vodka. Ooh. But they got so used to preaching and just being all goody good two shoe, connecting with spirit all the time, that the spiritualists also forgot that they were human. Sorry. Started living a lie. So I just want to clarify shit right now. 1 second. Clarification number 1. Spiritualists and drinking. A lot of them don't A lot of them do. I don't know what the ratio is, but I mean, we're human beings. Drink, drugs. I mean, some of them, ayahuasca to me, plant medicine is medicine. It is a drug. You can take drugs however you want. Like, I don't care for ayahuasca. Maybe I would do it in the future. I'm just not sure. I think that shit is heavy. I think that a lot of people are going into ayahuasca without knowing how it can fuck you up. And the reason I say that is because a lot of people who don't meditate are going into doing things like ayahuasca, and ayahuasca is used to bring out your shadow sides. So ayahuasca is used to bring out the dark and ugly from your childhood that's all in your subconscious mind. And man, if you have one bad trip, when you see the devil, it's like described as the devil. And I now, in my spiritual journey, I actually see the devil as the ego. The ego is the devil, and the ego is created by society, by your parents, your upbringing, your experiences, and it's deep in your subconscious mind, and it just keeps your experiences, the hurtful, painful ones, the ego will even keep those experiences as hidden as it can from you, but it's there. It's kind of like a foggy day when you're having a panic attack or an anxiety attack. You can't see right? Like you see fog, but that panic and anxiety was triggered by something. You might think that the trigger was an immediate experience, but in fact, the trigger is way deep in your subconscious mind. It had nothing to do with your current experience. That trigger is like an immediate reaction to what is deep in your subconscious mind, and the ego tries to hide that from you because the ego wants power. The ego doesn't want you to realize your truth. The ego doesn't want you to start discovering and minimizing fear, because then you're killing the ego. So if you can imagine, you don't even do any of your subconscious work. And then you go and you do an ayahuasca trip, and all this shit starts coming up, and you're around shamans and probably some other like spiritual people, or a lot of people out there I've noticed they hold the spiritual card. They want to say they're spiritualists. They use a lot of the terms like, what is that? Indigos and, oh God, I'm sorry, my nose is running. I don't know why. No idea. Maybe because I'm drinking on this vlog. I'm not sure, but it's running.
So I actually have no idea what I'm doing from here until about the end of the vlog.
Yeah. Ooh, phone almost fell. So all these people who say they're spiritual, all this stuff, right? But what they don't realize is when you have to say that you're spiritual, or when you look at things you think you're looking at things as an observer, you're actually coming from the ego because you allow thought to come in between. Spirituality, excuse me, is actually, about the feelings that you have, and then connecting the feelings with your energy centers, and then connecting those energy centers with the ether and Mother Nature, as above, so below. So, back to ayahuasca, that shit will fuck you up. if you haven't done the work. And I won't even go do ayahuasca. And I have, like, I'm doing the work. The work is never done. The work is always going to keep going and going and going and going. But I'll tell you that if you don't do the work and you go for a sitting, an ayahuasca sitting, that shit that you can see, I personally believe that it can mess your mind up, especially if you can't handle it and deal with it. It can put you into a bipolar or a sort of mental disease if you cannot handle what you see. That is something that is so not talked about and needs to be talked about. It needs to come forth. Like, ayahuasca is not completely safe. And I don't think that people should be out there just freaking thinking that, oh my God, I'm going to be more spiritual if I go do ayahuasca. And they come back talking about it like it was this like amazing experience, and I'm sure it was, but it was fucking scary too. And they're not going to tell you how shit scared they were. They're going to tell you how scared they were, but then they're going to give you a whole new story about how they were able to look at the fear and understand the fear and get through it. What about those people who had such a trip and are mind fucked now? What about those people? No one ever talks about them. And here we've got like all these people that do plant medicine making a shit ton of money off of spirituality. I don't even know why I went down that rabbit hole. I have thought that for a long time though. I thought about ayahuasca because a lot of people around me were doing it. And I chose to like just meditate and get to where I am now from meditation, so a slower pace, but I wanted to do it my way, and I did, and I'm glad that I did because I really understood the ego and how strong. So right now in my current life and where I am with spirituality is that I cannot believe how smart the ego is. And this is part of the reason that I believe that the ego is the devil. The ego will change its face, change its tune. It will be your mother when it needs to be. It will be your father when it needs to be. It's gonna be the commander chief in the army when it needs to be. It will yell at you. It will make you feel guilty. It will make you feel fearful. It will try and give you love. When it's really sneaky, it's going to try and make you feel loved and like it's nurturing you. It is all your ego. And I don't think an ayahuasca trip could have done that for me. I just don't. Anyways, I should do more of these. I actually really got my true feelings out about what I think about ayahuasca. Yeah. I mean, do it if you want. If you've had great trips, comment below. I would love to hear about it. I'm not opposed to it. I mean, would I do it? Not right now, in the future, maybe. But I have also, like I said, I've put the work in, and I hope I hope I don't go into this like freaking bipolar trip, because it can fuck you up. I know it can. Anyways, I should get going because I'm already 14 minutes into the vlog. Yeah, but that was fun. Spiritualists do drink. And spiritualists, you know, I had this guy one time ask me, I was out on a date, and he's like, I saw you on Bumble. I saw you on Bumble. He looked at me in such shock and surprise. He thought I was, he couldn't believe that I was on Bumble.
I'm fucking single.
I can be on Bumble if I want to be on Bumble. People are nuts. Just because I'm a spiritualist doesn't mean like I'm Mother Teresa. I mean, I love her. I respect Mother Teresa. But I'm not a nun. I'm a spiritualist. Anyways, love you guys. Bye.